Good afternoon. This is Pioneer Broadcasting Studio with your anchors Peyton Wolfsbach
and Courtney Brown
with your Wednesday news segment. Let's hand us over to Eagle Giggles to give us a dose of laughter.
This is Len Wassenbach coming to you with the bi-weekly dose of laughter. Starting off today's segment, I got a funny for all you science nerds. Two chemists walk into a bar. One of them says, "I'll take a glass of H2O," and the second one says, "I'll take a glass of H2O too." Since the bartender isn't a chemist, he doesn't realize that H2O2 is actually the chemical formula for hydrogen peroxide, and he just gives both chemists a glass of water. I guess, I was wondering the other day what would happen if I went to a bar with a fake ID, and I guess I'd get the cops called on me. Speaking of, what do you call a cop with a peg leg? Officer. The other day I was thinking about my old art class when I lived in Texas. Our first assignment was asking our classmates what their favorite color is. Since mine is red, it got me thinking, what's red and really bad for your teeth? A brick. And then I also thought, what's red and really bad for your head? A flying brick. About a month ago, my grief counselor died, but he was so good at his job that I don't even care. Bro.
Is he okay? Are you sure? Okay. Anyways, we're gonna have Pioneer Life interview a staff or student to tell us about something interesting. Take it away, Maya and Owen.
So, one very interesting thing that happened to me is when I was in middle school, we were driving to Southern California and I was looking out the window in the mountains in Northern California and I saw something large and dark that looked like a bear, but it was walking on its hind legs up a large hill. And I thought it was kind of weird, but then all of a sudden I heard my dad, who happened to be driving at the time, say, "Do you see what's walking up the hill right now?" Because he'd seen it as well. We both 100% believe it was Bigfoot.
Wow, that was crazy. Now over to the Eagle sports team to talk about the sports happening the previous week. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Blaise Schmo with Eagle Sports. The last track meet we had was at Hood Canal, which went well for us. Upcoming, we have 2 more track meets, sub-districts and districts. Only the top 4 guys and top 4 girls for each event will be able to go to districts. Show support for our student athletes.
Exciting news about the sports. Thank you for the exciting news about the sports this week. We wish you luck for the rest of your track season. Go Eagles! Now it's time for guys smiling and girl frowning. Is it real? Is it fake? You decide.
Hello, Pioneer people and various others watching. Welcome to everybody's favorite game, Guess That News Story. I'm your host, Guy Smiley, with the one and only...
Girl frowning.
Yep, thanks for the enthusiasm. Basically what we do is, we're going to tell you 2 stories. One is true and one is false that we created behind the scenes, and you're going to have to guess which is which. Ready? Here we go.
I wonder where your grandparents went.
Miss Frowny, please.
Well, why don't we ask McDonald's about their unique advertisement placement? McDonald's had an interesting advertisement spot when they placed a McCrispy ad across from a crematorium. Guess you could say they had a fire advertisement placement team. They were practically forced to change it after many complaints from family members of the deceased at the crematorium.
News story number 2. A 510-pound Floridan male named Romeo Carter found a way to cheat his diet on the night of February 12th, 2021. Because at 2 a.m. that night, he broke into a Burger King fast food joint after hours and drank gallons of frying oil, leading to his arrest. He was arrested later that morning for burglary, criminal trespass, theft by unlawful taking, and criminal mischief. I guess you could say he was a burglar. Alright, place your
Bets.
Those are some very interesting stories. I'm excited to see which one is real. What do you think, Peyton?
I don't know. I'm excited to find out. We're delighted to see all these segments and looking forward to the next episode of Eagle News. Make sure to drop your vote in the ballot box.
Keep going.
Make sure to drop your vote in the ballot box for Guy Smiley when a member of the studio comes around. Put 1 for the first story and 2 for the second story and your name on a piece of paper. Have a
Absolutely, I would have. Yeah, because I grew up in Massachusetts, not too far from the Atlantic Ocean, and I always had a fascination for marine anything. And as a matter of fact, my guidance counselor in high school suggested I might go into a career of aquaculture, which I did pursue.
What is marine biology about?
Marine biology is about both marine vertebrates, those are animals with backbones, marine invertebrates without backbones, and basically how they live in the ecosystem of the ocean. And it's also, we're looking at, in this class, looking at the impacts of invasive species on like the local shellfish industry and other.
This elective.
I definitely would have chosen this elective when I was younger because I love to hang out in the water and see living things in the water, and this is one of my favorite things when I was young. Marine biology is the study of living things in the ocean. Sometimes we make it a little bit bigger to include freshwater, but normally it's about living things that live in the ocean.
My favorite thing to do in this class is to learn marine biology with my friends.
Weirdest thing I've seen in marine biology so far would be a blue herring. It was a rotten fish that we dissected a couple weeks ago to see how old they are.
paper. Have a good day and remember to soar.